Alright, welcome to video 3 of the Captivate tutorial series. In this video, we're going to be talking about light scenes. So in the last video, we reviewed how to set up and configure our DMX universe. And in this video, we're going to look at how, now that we've got some fixtures set up, how we can control those with Captivate's light scenes. And we kind of like walked through what these default scenes can do, but we didn't walk through how they work or how you can make one yourself. So I'm gonna start out by adding a light scene down here. And I'm gonna remove this modulator, and at this point we have really the most basic Captivate light scene you could possibly have. We've got a hue saturation value control here. So I can make it white, I can make it color, and then change the hue of the color. And you'll notice that a few of the lights that I've got, so I've got these string lights, these lamps, and then this strobe light above me. These don't actually have any color that I can change. So as I'm changing the color of the lights, those lights don't change color with the others. So it kind of takes away from the color changing effect. An easy way to remedy this, you might remember in the last video, we assigned an intensity to all the lights. So this slider allows me to kind of specify a maximum intensity of the scene. And so as I start to drag it down, it's going to eliminate lights that are too intense or above this intensity threshold. And so you'll notice that I dropped it down, that strobe no longer displays, and neither do the string lights. And actually these string lights, the only reason they're kind of showing up is because of a weird quirk with these particular LED string lights and the dimmer, the 4-channel DMX dimmer that I have. It doesn't, for some reason at 0, it doesn't completely make the lights dark. So this is kind of the best I can do. But anyways, just imagine they're not doing anything. So now I've kind of reduced the intensity of the scene, and so I've just got the lower intensity lights showing, and you'll notice that I can kind of sweep through the color now, and it has a much more powerful kind of multicolor effect. And let's look at what other light parameters we can control. So we've also got a strobe parameter here, and if you raise this above halfway, it will cause the lights to strobe. And in a future version of Captivate, we're going to integrate a variable strobe, but right now it's kind of just an on-off when you reach the halfway point. And then we've also got, we're also going to look at the position parameter. If I hold Command and click and drag, I can reduce what's like the window size of my position, and then I can start to move it left and right. And this is where telling Captivate where your fixtures live in the world, or where they are in space, is really important, is it gives Captivate this really powerful ability to kind of positionally display lights, which is really cool and a key part of what makes Captivate so unique and powerful. And so these are all the parameters we're going to look at in this video. And this is cool, but there isn't really, we haven't shown how this could move to music or synchronize with music. So if I click on this button up here, I can add a modulator, and this is where things start to get more interesting. So I can, let's see, I can select, by clicking this little plus button down here, I can select a parameter to modulate from the parameters that I've enabled. And if I actually remove the ones I'm not using, it kind of cleans that up a little bit and removes them from there. So at this point, you can see now that the X position of my window is moving with the music. And I can change this so that I can have it be a sine wave, I can have it be a ramp, and I can even change the the phase by clicking and dragging. I can make things upside down. And if I hold command and drag up and down, I can also skew and get some really interesting results. And everything from a square wave through kind of more of like a triangle wave shape, and then into a very interesting shape here. But anyways, that's kind of the modulation here. And then also I can change the speed of this. These kind of controls are pretty common in Captivate. It's like a draggable number, so you've got a 4, and then you can drag it up and down and change the value. If you hold command, you can change it in between set increments. So like right now, this is going to oscillate every 4 beats, and so you'll notice that it kind of starts over every time our beat counter reaches the 4th beat. But we can also make it every 2 beats, every 1 beat, half beats. So clicking up and down always doubles and multiplies it in multiples of 2. And then dragging it and holding command and dragging it allows you to do more granular changes. And we can do anything here. I can do saturation and brightness and kind of see how that affects things. I can change the width. And actually, this is getting kind of boring, so I'm going to add a couple more modulators so that I can do the width at a different speed. And I could even do the intensity if I wanted to. Anyways, so with that, we can kind of control these lights, these scenes, to do anything we want, and to be synchronized with the music as well. And now I get to decide step back and decide just how epic is this scene. And I'm going to tell Captivate, I think this is maybe like a one third epic, 1/3 of the maximum, I guess. And then I can kind of position this amongst my other scenes. And you can kind of organize things however you want to. I like to keep things organized in order of epicness. And then the cool thing is, I can tell Captivate to automatically cycle through my scenes this number of bars. So you'll notice that every time that we have 4 beats, Captivate transitions to the next scene automatically. And this slider here tells Captivate what kind of epicness to target. And so in this case, I have this pretty low, so it's always going to be targeting the lower epicness scenes. So all these scenes towards the top of my list are more likely to be selected. Whereas if I move it over here, it's going to start selecting a lot of epic scenes. And so you'll notice that things are a lot brighter. They take up a lot more attention, or they're a lot more attention grabbing. And then I can also do somewhere in between, and it's going to kind of evenly select between all of them. And so that's why the epicness is important. It's important to kind of tune your epicness, not only so it's easy for you to remember how intense scenes are, and to pick a scene and know that it's how much attention it's gonna grab, but also so that Captivate can automatically select scenes for you, and you can just move this slider to tell Captivate, whether you are in a chill moment in your set or a more epic moment. And so with that, you should be able to start developing scenes and making them do what you want, and then also telling Captivate how epic they are so that Captivate can automatically start to go cycle through them for you. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.